Good afternoon, Facebook. Hey, we're coming to you live today from Rythmia Life Advancement Center in Guanacaste, Costa Rica. We're a really unique life advancement center that has a particular way of healing people, and that way takes on a lot of different forms. But the primary way that we heal people here is through plant medicine, with plant medicine being the agent that's healing people, and us being, let's say, the shepherds of that agent, yeah? And we have a beautiful, hey Meg, we have a beautiful program here that happens every single week, and we believe that there is a split that takes place in your persona between when you're conceived and 5 years old, and that you actually leave your soul but stay within your aura, and that split is kind of like the hero's journey to put it back together again. But that split is the source of all sadness, all disease, all disorders, and we see every week here we put this back together and have tremendous changes in people. Now last week we had 75 guests, 72 received this miracle of putting this thing back together, and that's a normal week. Generally on this show, I have, or in this Facebook Live, I have people from the week that explain their miracle to you. And in the beginning of the week, I was going to do it. But 3 weeks ago, I did a Facebook Live about money, and it's gotten such a reaction. I had over 100 emails from people that wanted me to do more about it, about making money. And I'll tell you what allows me to be a voice that can speak to that is that I myself did okay in life. I became a millionaire in my 20s. In my 30s, I took a company public. I had about $140 million net worth. I went broke after that. And at 38, I started a company that I sold at 41, I think 41 or 42, for over 80 and less than $100 million in that range, about 89 million bucks. So through my life, I've been able to get myself in a position a number of times where I'm netting in excess of $1 million a month. And why am I talking about money on a spiritual show? And there's a reason. Because my spiritual people are amongst the people with the biggest blocks to making money. They have a lot of preconceived ideas that aren't necessarily right, and a lot of it has to do with who they listen to. So this is something, and it's nothing against the people that are out in the world trying to make a living by telling people something that's not necessarily true. I'm not mad at them, but you got to be on the lookout. So if you're listening to financial advice from people that have billionaire consciousness but are living on someone's sofa, that's probably not the person you want to listen to for that. You want to ask that person, how do you live on such nice sofas for free? That's the kind of thing, right? But you don't want to model your financial pattern after that person, right? So you got to be very, very, very careful who you look at, who you look to, and what's said, and what you take away from what's said when it comes to making money in your business. And this is about manifestation, and it's a word that I won't use anymore. I don't allow the word manifestation because it's misleading. It's a misleading word. It reminds people of something in Bewitched, like, oh, I want a new car. Tick, and you manifest it. That's not how this shit works. So I want to talk to you today about the nitty-gritty of making money, about the truth about making money, about the things that you probably believe but don't want to know about making money. And before you do this, I'm going to ask you to do me a favor. And if you think there's anybody who could benefit from this, I want you, hey Maureen, I want you to share this today. To share it. Take a minute and share it. Because there's people all over the world that really are confused and misled about making money. Why do I say that? And I'll tell you why. Because statistically, 0.2% of the population ever get to the point of what some people call wealthy. In excess of a $20 million net worth. So how can 2 out of 1,000 people get it and 998 not get it, and then have everybody following the same concept? It doesn't work, right? There's something that 998 out of 1,000 are missing, yeah? And I have to start out with some things in some principles. So what I say, the number one thing is the hard way is the easy way. What? Yep, the hard way is the easy way. So as humans, we sit here and we like to listen to people that put something in reach of us by making it seem easier than it is. So what does that even mean? So somebody comes up and says, all you have to do if you want this bar of gold is vibrate like it. And that, we love that. We go, oh, well, that's easy. All I got to do is vibrate like it, and then I get it. And then we try doing that for 5 or 6 years, and it doesn't work. Doesn't work. But we want to believe the easy thing. And that makes us, can put us in the situation of being a victim. In the back of our mind, we know some things are true. And then if we hear something that's violative of that, but yet makes something easy for us, we can go ahead and follow it and believe it. And then we keep listening to these things. A lot of them are honestly just simply defy logic. Hey, Jeff, simply defy logic, and yet we still believe them and pay people to tell us these things. And the only thing that's making money is that the people are charging us to feed us bullshit about something we want to hear to make it easy for us. So I'm going to tell you this. When you look at something, and it's a business, and if it looks super easy, and they're telling you it's easy, it's not. It's not. So nothing about making money is easy. It's just not. It's not easy. You know what it is? It's hard. And when you look at a hard problem and you go, I can do this in short math, or I can do it in long math. I'm going to tell you, when it comes to making money, the long math is the right way. To do it in totality. To begin with the end in mind and do the hard work. So what is that? What is that? A lot of us look at this and we go, well, that flies in the face of a lot of spiritual principle. And I'm going to tell you that it doesn't. It does not. It's actually in accord with spiritual principle. The water that's dripping, can break the concrete. How? Persistency, consistency, hard work. That's the fucking spiritual principle. That's it. And here's the greatest thing. A lot of us are floating around and thinking, oh, you have to be enlightened to make money. Bullshit. Nothing's further from the truth. Nothing is further from the truth. What you have to have is an understanding of certain cosmic and spiritual laws, and some of them we're talking about right now. Some of them we're talking about right now, about what's really true. But you do not have to be enlightened to win at all. You don't have to be. What you have to be, and here's where it gets tricky, is honest. Hey, Jane. Hey, Mary. You have to be honest with yourself to make money. You do. You have to be honest. So what does that mean? So let's talk about it. In order for me to be able to assess what I'm going to be good at, and where my fortune is, I have to be honest with me. Not about who I am in my wholeness. It's a whole different thing. In my wholeness, I'm beautiful, I'm perfect, I'm infallible, I'm all of these things that are of the highest order of life. I'm all of that in my wholeness. I'm talking about who I am in my brokenness from this trip on earth. Am I a good this? Am I a good that? You have to be honest with yourself. Now, the spiritual community loves this move here. It's called a spiritual bypass. They want to go from who they are in their wholeness, skip over who they are in Earth time right now and go to what they want. They want to go from who they are in their wholeness and skip over what they're going through, what they are in life right now, and get to what they want. So in other words, I'm beautiful and perfect, and I want the perfect life. And how do I do that? Well, you told yourself a lie, because on your earth thing, you're not as perfect as you think you are, and you have flaws, and you're going to be dishonest about that. Jump over it and go to what you want. Now you can try doing that, twisting your nose, blinking 3 times, spinning, there's no place like home, and you can do it 1,000,000 times, and you're never, ever, ever going to get the thing that you're shooting for. You're never going to get what you want, because you've got to get to what's true first, right? True about you. True about you. So like in all of my shortcomings, and holy shit, I'm loaded with them, yeah? But I've always been able to say, hey, this is what I'm not good at, and then be honest about it. Now the great thing is this: you don't have to tell the world. Look at Donald Trump. Say what you want, dude. He got what he wanted. He got what he wanted. Now what he tells you is one thing, but maybe what he knows about himself is something else. So I'm not saying I'm not a friend or a foe of Donald Trump. He is just a person who got something done that was pretty remarkable. My personal beliefs about him aren't the greatest, but I want to tell you, I saw something that he knows who he is, because you have to know who you are in order to get this thing. So let's just talk about this spiritual bypass. How do we know if we're doing it? I'm going to tell you how we know we're doing it. If everything we touch breaks down, if every business we try winds up the same way, if every job we take, every promotion we miss, everything looks the same kind of disaster, it's not the universe that's wrong. We got something wrong with that. We got something wrong with that. Yeah. So I see a lot of these people that seem to know everything in the world about making money on Facebook. They're like, oh, we know this and we know that and we know this, and yet they're not. So there's something that's missing. So I want to talk about the things that are missing and how to make sure that we don't miss them. Yeah? How to make sure that we don't miss the things. The first thing is to do what you love to do. This is it. So you want to talk about real shit. You show me a plumber. And if that plumber loves plumbing, I'm going to tell you what, that plumber is going to own 100 plumbing stores. But if you show me a guy who's working in a finance department at a bank that hates his job, I'm going to tell you something. And he goes every day, not only is he cheating his soul, he's cheating the opportunity of ever getting out of that situation. But Jerry, you don't understand. I have to do this to make my car payment and house payment. Well, I'm going to tell you something. You're missing the point. Because if you're doing this to make your car and your house payment, then that car and that house payment own you. And you're never going to get out. So something has to change in order for you to get out. So let's talk about this. So let's talk about another thing. Let's talk about something else. Hello. Hi, Seja. Hi, Chris. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about this. But Jerry, you don't understand. You don't understand about spiritual businesses. They're different. I got news for you. There is no way to not be in a spiritual business. What are you talking about, Jerry? If you're selling cookies down at your bakery, who are you selling to? Souls and meat suits, baby. Souls and meat suits. That's who you're selling to. Everything is a spiritual business. Every single thing. A car dealership, a gentleman's club, a hospital. They're all spiritual businesses. And if you think that they're not and you're going to treat your business different because it is, you're wrong. You're wrong. They're all spiritual business. Hi, Michael. They're all spiritual businesses. Every single one. Because every one of them is dealing with something with the soul. Ooh, baby. You mean Jeff Bezos is in the soul business? Fucking right. That's what I mean. I mean, everybody who's ever been in business is in the soul business. So now let's get to something. So you say, okay, Jerry, I'm the guy who's in that job, or I'm the woman who's in that job, and the only thing that's keeping food on the table for my 3 kids is this job that I hate. What do I do? Am I screwed for life? No way. You're not screwed for life. You're not screwed for a minute. Because all of you, anybody who sees this, can get financially free. And it starts with one thing. What are you talking about, Jerry? I'll tell you what I'm talking about. It starts with one thing. Go do one thing. What do you mean? If you're a dressmaker, go make one dress. If you're a writer, write one book that starts with a word and goes to a sentence and then goes on and on and on and on and on. If you're a healer, go heal one person. Now, if you don't have time to write a book, I got to tell you what, I wrote one, and I work constantly at the job that I'm doing. And I mean every minute of every day I'm working, and I have time to write a book. They have dictation software. All you got to do is speak. So if you don't have a time to, if you're a chef and you don't have a time to cook someone a meal, then you're crazy, because you do. So forget about raising money. Forget about quitting your job. Forget about all that shit and do one of what you have. If you're a painter, paint one picture. If you're a healer, heal someone. And you say, well, Jerry, nobody will pay me to heal them. Great. Put a post-it at work. It's Dave from accounting. I've just gotten into healing. Come to my house Thursday night for a free healing. You'll be surprised how many people show up for free. And then after you get good at it, you can start to charge. And once you start to charge, guess what? Guess what happens if you're good at it? People pay you. That's simple. That's simple. The best barometer for how I'm doing is what people are willing to pay for your service. If you're constantly fighting and saying, I can't, these people won't pay me, there's a reason they won't pay you. Because you're not doing it right. Here's where some truth comes in. So you got to be this honest with yourself. So what I'm telling you is find out what, and here's what I talk about. What do I like to do? Jerry, I don't know what I like to do. And Denise, don't ever say that you're not good at anything. You're not good at anything you've tried. So the thing that moves your heart, let's talk about this. It all starts with something that moves my heart. So I could tell, like, in a minute, the things that I was crazy about. I was crazy about this thing. Right now, I'm in a business, and every day I feel it right here. That this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And God, I love it. I love doing this shit. And there's something that each of you loves. And you'll feel it. And once you feel it, then you go, what relates to this? And I think a lot of you watching this are healers, are in the healing services. So I like my Brandon. That's good. You're all right about that. But a lot of you are in the healing business, and you're good at it. And you don't know you're good in it because you haven't expanded your heart, your love enough yet to really, 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 really connect with it. So what I'm going to tell you, if you're a baker, go bake a cookie. Bake 100. Give them away. Then next week charge. Watch what happens if they're good. And if they're not good, keep baking a cookie until you find the thing that makes your cookie different than any other cookie. Right? Right there. That's it. Right? So what you can do is just sit down and examine what starts my heart. What makes my heart do this? What am I in love with? And I'm going to tell you what you fall in love with. If you fall in love with children and you open a daycare center, I'm going to tell you what, if you're good at it, and if you love children, the next thing you know, you'll have 10 of them. The next thing you know, you'll have 100 of them. Because it's the thing that you love. So be passionate and don't let someone take you off your track. Don't let someone take you off your track. What do I mean by that? I have a dream. So I said to my mother, hey Mom, I have a feeling that I want to go and start making this jewelry. And your mother says, you can't make jewelry. You can't even do, right? You can't even do this and thing. Don't let that stop you. Do not let that stop you. And I know this is logic, but it's truth because most people get stopped in the starting blocks. Don't even get in the race. They give up in the starting blocks. You cannot give up in the starting blocks. You can't listen to your husband, your dog, anybody, your third grade teacher, anybody who told you you can't. If you're doing the thing that you love, your love will lead the thing and make the opportunity for you. If you're doing the thing that you love. I can tell you what, if somebody can talk you out of your shit, if somebody can talk you out of your stuff, it wasn't yours. In other words, I'm going to tell you something. When I was a kid and I told my dad I was going to be rich, and he told me, he said, you're nothing, you're this and you're that. Didn't stop me 1 second. I said, fuck it, I know what I'm going to be good at, and I'm going to be good at this money thing. And da-da-da-da-da, and I don't give a shit what he says. You know why? It was mine before I ever had it. It was mine. So if you don't feel like that about something, then look harder for the thing you feel that way about. Don't do it for anybody. Don't come in, don't do anything for anyone about when it comes to business. Somebody says, hey, let's open a car wash. And you're not really into it. You're not really into it, right? Then do not do it. Don't. Don't do anything you wouldn't die for. Ooh, baby. Don't do anything you wouldn't sign your name to. Oh, man. Think about that. And all you got to do is take some time and see what those things are. And a lot of people say, hey, well, look at, I don't know what that thing is. Then you know what? Spend some time with yourself. Spend some time with yourself, and you'll get an idea of the feeling and the texture of what that thing is. So how about when you have no idea what you're good at or what you want to do? Okay, so now let's go one step back, okay? So what are we good at Rythmia? I'm going to tell you something. If you're suffering from, I really don't know what I like, that's a tough one. And that's a sign of the split. So I'm going to show you something, yeah? So this thing, this being split. So we believe here, this is my best drawing, we believe that from when you were conceived to when you're about 5 years old, something happened in your life and it caused you to split. And then this empty space in here, that all addiction, all disease, and all disorder come from. I'm going to tell you another symptom of being split is not knowing what you like. This talk is really not about that, but there's a way to address that. And see you tomorrow. Oh, you're coming tomorrow, Bridie. Nice to see you. We'll see you tomorrow. But let's talk about some of the simple things. What can I do to play this game? What can I do? Well, find out the thing that you love. I don't care if you've never done it before. Watch this. I don't care if you've never done it before. If your thing is designing dresses and you didn't go to school for it, you didn't do anything. Get some cloth fabric, buy a sewing machine, borrow a sewing machine, and sit down and do it. Sit down and do it. Sit down and do it. And if you love it, you'll be surprised how quickly you get better at it than people who are doing it who don't love it. Very good. Easy. What if you're good at a lot of things but have no confidence? Here's the best breeder of confidence in the world. Cook 10 cookies and watch people react to them. If you have the right cookie combination, look out, man. People's eyes light up and they go, I want me some more of them cookies. So that's the thing that will give you confidence. So confidence isn't, people don't believe this, confidence isn't something that happens before the event. It's a real foolish person who has confidence that they can walk before they walk. Just watch kids. When kids take a step, they're like, what the fuck? I just took a step there. They're shocked as anybody. And then the thing is, but when they're walking, when they walk, now all of a sudden they have confidence that they can walk. So confidence in business is proof, right? So when I'm good at something and I provide someone a service and that person pays me and is happy for it, boom, now all of a sudden I get confidence. That's how you get confidence. Can being too confident be a problem? Let me think about that. Not if confidence is real. So we're talking about truth, right? So truth. So our whole thing at Rythmia is being in your truth. So when is confidence a lie? That's the question. When my confidence is a lie, now I'm in trouble. But as long as my confidence is based in truth, go get it. When Tiger Woods was the best golfer in the world, God, he walked like it. He walked like it, right? You know why? Because he was. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy there too. There's a little bit of that in there. Should I seek out others who are successful in the direction I want to go? I'm going to tell you what I do, Karen, right? So each time I get a business, I go and I speak to people who are in that business. And then the next thing I do is I become a customer of that. And I run myself through the customer experience. And then I forget what they taught me and told me. And I just say, I want to build a better customer experience. And then I do that. And you cannot, Steve Jobs was a smart cookie dude. He never took technology and then found a use for it. He worked the other way. What do people want and what would that look like and how would they use it? Now go make it. Whole different thing, yes? Whole different thing. Hi, Jerry, my sister's are I'll take care of her. I've been told I'm an intuitive healer, but no idea what direction to go in first. You got it? Carol, use your intuition. Here's the thing. If you're an intuitive healer, then here's what to do. Put a little something up at work and say, I'm doing intuitive healing sessions Monday and Wednesday night. Come over to my house at 6 o'clock and you'll have 3 or 4 people show up and you'll get a chance to hone your skills. That's what to do. Hi, Jerry. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Nicole. Does everybody see the moon? Does everybody see the moon? Let's start. And on the Rythmia journeys, that's an interesting question. No. But they see something that will speak to them, just like the moon. Some people see the moon, some people don't. Hi, Nicole von Susten. And Nicole accomplished goals. Nice to see you, Nicole's. So if you're sitting there and you're frustrated, that's great. If you're sitting there and you're frustrated because you know what it shows you that truth is coming to you, because your frustration is truth, right? So that truth is coming to you, and I'm telling you, you can build any size company you want from that frustration. Because out of that frustration, the next thing that's going to come out of you is truth. When you're not frustrated, when things are going okay, when the job that you hate is doing it, you're fuzzy about shit. Clarity comes in this desperation, and the desperation is the truth. So when you get that electricity, that thing like when you get fired from your job at the bank and you walk away and you go, that was the best fucking thing that's ever happened to me. Because I've always wanted to own a bakery. Boom. That's that minute that you get that. So you don't have to get fired from the bank to get that moment. You can have that moment anytime you want. And so that moment will come to you, and when it does, do one. You know why? Because if you're wrong and you start a bakery without baking first, without baking some stuff, you're going to be in trouble. Gravender Elizabeth, will my journey show me what I need to be doing if I don't know what my purpose is? Of course. Here's the greatest thing. Can I tell you a little secret to the end of this? That if you come to Rythmia and you do this work, and what Rythmia does is a reuniting of your soul. It puts this back together, and you start operating from the center. From that moment of knowing who you really are and merging back with your soul and having your heart healed, you know exactly what you want. And when you know what you want, it's so simple. It's simple. Once you know what you want, look out. It's simple. The work that we do, this spiritual work, is getting you back to your truth. The work that we specialize in at Rythmia is getting you back to your truth. Once you're in your truth, you don't have any questions anymore. You don't go see a psychic about if Tommy's the right man for you. You don't go see a psychic and say, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. Help me. You know why? Because you know. You know. You know. And knowing is the thing. Okay, Amanda, photography has always been my passion as well as offering healing, but I don't have the best camera laptop. It's like I'm not seen as an artist or healer. Okay, now here's the thing. Pick the one that you love, either healing or camera work or whatever, and then work to get that camera, and then do things for free. Just do it for free. This is my first time here. Where is Rythmia? Hi, Mike. Rythmia is in Costa Rica. Suzanne Ellis, I'm on my way. Get here, Susan. We'll work with you. But this whole thing is about making money, and I'm a guy that's made a fair amount of money. There's a lot of people that have been to Rythmia who've made more money than me. There's guys here that made $500 million and things like that. My greatest achievements were getting to the point where I was making about $10 million a year is what's comfortable for me, but I've had businesses that have done 70 and 80. Yeah, so when I came in July, I didn't merge with my soul. Do I have to go through all 3 stages before my purpose, is revealed? Kevin, when I came in July, I didn't merge. Do I have to go through? It's easier to do it that way. It's much easier to do it that way, Kevin. I'd love to see you back here, brother. How not to care about the expectations of others. Here's why. Mesa, I don't know how to pronounce the name. Don't care about the expectations of others. Others aren't going to die when you die. You're going to die when you die. So yours what's important. I want to come with a friend and he feels this. How do I find financing for the business ideas? How do I find financing for the business ideas? You don't know. You don't need it. Here's what. Get good at that one thing. Then do that for people. And then customers line up. And then it's easy to get financing. The problem investors have is they don't want to put money into something that there's not going to be any customers for. That's the whole deal with investing. Is are there going to be customers for this thing I'm investing in? So you know how to do it? You get the customers before you set up the business. And how do you do that? You do it one at a time. In other words, if you're a dressmaker and you start making dresses and you have 100 orders for dresses, but you don't have supplies to make the dresses, that's simple to get financing for. This is easy stuff. Hi, Mike, can you invite weapon company owners to Rythmia for free? Maybe they'd stop running the world. We had a weapons owner here, a guy that manufactured, I think they were smart bombs, I'm not sure. And he changed his life here. And that business was one of my crowning achievements. But anyway, here's the thing. I want you people to listen to what I'm going to say. And I have a book coming out. I don't know when. My wife is in the other room and she'll tell when the book is coming out. But it's called Truthonomics. And it's about a particular way of looking at business that deals with looking at yourself as true in the thing as the first step. But all of these steps are simple. So here's the thing. The steps to business are simple. The business, the doing it is hard. And anybody who tells you that the doing it is easy is full of shit. People get to see something, yeah? They get to see you. So if you imagine a hill and your business is up this hill and you've been pushing this rock up the hill, and then you get it over the hill and it starts rolling down. And they just see you walking with this rock that's rolling and they go, oh my God, he's in his zone. See how easy it is? It's not easy because they didn't see you pushing the rock up the hill for the years you had to push the rock up the hill. It's so, Teddy, yeah, this is not about money, but self-awareness, period. Absolutely, positively right. All it is self-awareness. Now, does that make somebody who's good at making money a good person? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It doesn't make them good or bad. This is just about principle. It's like if I take a can of hairspray and I put a match here, it's going to shoot a flame. Whether you're good or bad, it's going to shoot the flame. And these are just principle. Hey, Craig, thank you for saying that. Hi, Isaac. See you on the 19th. Teddy, the 19th of this month. Glad to see you. I'm glad you guys can be here. Speaking about business, I'm going to turn it to my business a second. This business, Rythmia. We're getting super, super busy. We're getting super busy. We had 75 people this past week. This is our first week of a woman's only retreat at Rythmia. And I think there's 70 people here this week. Things are filling up and getting sold out. Please come. If you're going to come here, come now. Get in here. Hey, Gravender Elizabeth, or Elizabeth Gravender, I'm not sure. You'll be here on the 19th. I'd love to see you guys. I love it. And Sherry, I'm looking forward to seeing you and meeting you. We're going to have a wild time and a great week. And so, I just wanted to spend some time with the money thing today because so many people. I don't have the equipment to sell my services. Should I sell branded clothing to gain traction and interest in my business? It depends what your business is. The thing that I can tell you is if you're not doing the thing that makes your heart purr and sing, you shouldn't be doing it. So a lot of people, anybody who's doing their business for money, quit now. Why? Why do I say quit now? Does that mean, Jerry, that if I'm doing it just for money, I'm not going to win? Nope. I've seen a lot of people do things just for money and win. That means that if you win, you'll feel twice as bad about doing it. So don't do the thing for money because you can win. If you have the principles right, you can win, but it's going to kill you because you're going to see just how unhappy that's going to make you. I have a particular thing with people who make money. I think everybody should make money and get rich once. So they realize that money doesn't matter that much. And the things that matter are what they're doing and who they love and that they're doing something that they love. I don't care if it's teaching kindergarten. If you're the best kindergarten teacher in the world, amazing, miraculous things will happen to you. And the next thing you know, you'll be writing books about teaching kindergarten. And because your heart's so in it, they'll be bestsellers. And you'll change your life. Lisa, I'll see you tomorrow. Hi, Claudia. I love your job, too. I love that you have a job. Teddy, amen. Get rich once. Been here, done that. There's so much more. 100% true, Lori. So much more. And that's what we're talking about. But for the people who want to make money and want to have fulfillment at the same time, there is a way to do that. My business is helping people become the greatest version they ever had. I missed that one. Yeah. So how can I get $600K investment for a viability report for a clean energy project for Puerto Rico? I have friends that are actually in that business. If you want to PM me, I can talk to you about that. In your opinion, how is one gifted in self-awareness of your reality translate into a profitable business? In my opinion. Okay, so here's the thing. Conceptualizing your reality translate into a profitable business. Give me that's a big one. So in your opinion, how if one is gifted in self-awareness? If you are aware, I'll tell you this, if you are aware and you are in business, you're making lots of money. If you're aware and you're in business and you're not making money, it's telling you that you're not that aware. Traveling is my passion. Then great, Chris. Travel all over and write about it and blog about it and watch if it doesn't turn into a business. Watch. The Dalai Lama, when asked what surprised him most about humanity, he said, man, he sacrifices them to make, I know, I love that one. That's a good one. What is the best way to create the money to come to Rythmia? Put it out there as an intention and work around it. Hey, Tim, we'd love to have you back and we think about you too, just so you know. So put the intention out there to make money and to come here and make the money and come here. That'd be great. Okay, guys, I had a lot of fun talking to you today about the thing about making money. And what I want you to do is never give up on your truth. Don't give up on your truth. And your truth is anybody who wants this thing can have it. There's not a person who's been denied if they want if they want to have money, or they want to be successful, or they want wholeness, or they want, all of the stuff is there for you to get. It's all there. So please, please go and live your dream and start with one thing. Just do one thing, and that'll be the start of all starts. I want to tell you, I love you guys. Come to Rythmia and visit me. I'd love to see you here, and I really appreciate all of you. So thank you for watching us. And next week, I'll be done with the money talk. Hope to come to Rythmia one day with my boyfriend. We live in Norway. Come and see us. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Amanda. But I want to see you here. Come and visit us. Come and visit us, and you won't make a mistake, I promise you. And I love the opportunity that you guys give me to do this business. It's beautiful. Next week, I'll be back to, I had 75 people, and I could have taken any one of them today to do about my miracle. But the thing is, or about your miracle, the thing is that I got so many requests about making money that I had to do this thing, because I wanted to get it out of the way and to answer some questions. So have a great day. Have a great week. God bless you and God keep you. And I'll see you guys next week. Love you.